getting through a tantrum and why it's so hard. Tantrums are tough. Tantrums are tough. I know, like, I walked into a home just a couple of days ago, and when I walked in the home, the owner wanted to show me all the different destructive things that the dog had done. The dog was chewing on all the windowsills. The dog was tearing up, newspaper. The dog was peeing on the really nice rug. The dog was doing all of these, all of these things, all these bad things. So I see all that, and then I go to put a leash on the dog. And it was just so amazing. I put the leash on the dog, and right after I did that, it was like one of those bucking broncos that you see in like an old Western. I've got this line on the dog, and the dog's just throwing this massive tantrum. And I'll tell you, I've been seeing dogs throw tantrums for years now when I put a leash on them for the first time. And I always look over at the eyes of the people at the eyes of the people as their dog is in the middle of the tantrum. And so many people become so worried about the dog, like, oh my gosh, what's happening to my poor dog? And that's the thing that gets us. That's the thing that actually gets us, and it's a trap. When you see your dog throwing that tantrum, that you put the leash and they throw themselves on the floor, that they turn into this bucking bronco, that they begin to bite the leash, okay? It's hard because nobody likes to see their dogs doing that. And then what we normally do is either we let go of the leash, or like they're biting it, we let go. We let go and say, hey, it's okay for you to bite the leash. I don't mind that. Well, it's not okay for the dog to throw a tantrum. And the technique for it actually requires something special out of us as adults. And as an adult with a dog, a kid that's throwing a tantrum, well, especially with a dog, when the leash goes taut, and I'm not saying tight like strangling or anything like that, but it goes taut on the dog, that leash absolutely, positively does not relax until the dog is done with his tantrum. Because if you decide to apply pressure on the leash, the dog throws the tantrum and is in the middle of the tantrum, and then you let go of the leash, guess what's going to happen? The dog's brain is going to say, that's the answer. Throw more tantrums. That's it. That's exactly what's going to happen to your dog if you do that. So it's hard. It is actually hard when the dog is in the middle of throwing a tantrum. But what I would tell you is the thing that you're looking for from your dog when it's in the middle of that tantrum, because the leash is on them, your dog has to go 100% calm, and then only after the dog becomes 100% calm can the leash relax. You don't need to make it tight. It does need to stay taut the entire time the dog is throwing the tantrum. But you're not trying to choke the dog or any of those things. It just needs to stay taut, because this is you trying to have a normal, very normal dialogue with the dog. You're not yelling, you're not excited, you're just nice and calm. And once the dog actually de-escalates and becomes calm, then you simply get to relax, and the dog can understand that, oh, okay. And guess what? You're probably going to have to repeat it a few times to the dog, so that way they can begin to understand that, hey, I've got to become calm whenever they put the leash on me. As opposed to turning into a bronco that's dragging you out the door, down the neighborhood, into the street, and into a fight with another dog.